On this week's episode, we dive into 100 men versus a gorilla.
CJI 2 news.
A new fuck, marry, kill.
Gabby, carry me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pod, episode 84 of the BJJ Balance podcast. My name is Kenny. I am here today with Mr. Oast Nation himself, Matt Vega. What is going on, brother?
What's up, dude? What's up, guys? Kenny, could you beat a gorilla with 100 other men?
No.
Because this is the question is taking over the internet right now. What happened to the good old days when it was just like, what color dress is this? Remember that?
Yeah. Or is it Laurel or Yanni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Can we beat a gorilla? First, Bonnie Blue took on 1,000 dudes. Now, can this gorilla take? Can this gorilla take 100? We have no chance.
Yeah. Look, if one woman can beat off 1,000 guys, surely a gorilla can.
Someone's got to grab his dick. Guys. Somebody's got to. We learned this. Somebody's got to.
I'm going to burn one of our questions, but this because it's just on topic. But somebody asking the questions: Could the gift, not the gift wrap? What does he call it? Safe wrap. Could the safe wrap contain a gorilla?
Safe wrap.
That's
fucking wrapping your dick. Fucking veggie wrap. Fucking tuna wrap. It don't fucking matter. Gorilla in 5. I don't know. No, but like, no, they don't fucking, not a gorilla. No way. He can bench 5,000 pounds.
Right.
It could be like, you know what? If the real, okay, a gorilla could be on the flat ground. You have a 1-story house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be flat ground. And all of a sudden he could look at you and be like, I want to be on the roof. And now he's on your roof. No ladder.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, good fucking luck.
I saw something that said that if a gorilla pushed you, you would fly 15 feet before you hit the ground.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And people think the gorilla is just going to essay it and be like, what's up, bitch? You know what I mean? Right. It's like, what's up?
Right.
Fucking just, no, this guy's going to be jumping, flying. Now he's on the roof. Now he's jumping down on more people. Now he just ripped the guy. Now he used the guy's leg. Now he's got someone's leg as a weapon. He's beating somebody with a leg. Like, how are you going to choke it? We can't get our arms around it. We can't get our arms around his body.
Somebody else said that the strength of a like a full-grown man to a toddler is 3.5 times, and then they said that's what the strength is from a gorilla to a man. I could easily fuck up 1,000 toddlers.
You think 1,000 toddlers you take down?
For sure.
And you wouldn't even be tired.
No.
How many are you just one-shotting, one kicking? And people don't realize
Probably
a gorilla can grab you with his feet.
Exactly.
A gorilla can.
He's choking you with his right leg while he's. Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. This is.
And then he's throwing shit at your wife after he fucking eats you. No, dude. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. That was like, come on, man. Like some jaguars beat gorillas. Yeah. They got teeth. They jump on his back. We don't got that. We don't got no weapons. If we had 100 guys with fucking machetes, I think we might get them.
Right. Yeah. You get
punctures. 100 guys with bare fists.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That was they have like something like a 42-inch neck or something like that. It's choking them.
They hit each other. And I got a 20-inch neck. They hit each other, and I've seen these gorilla fights. They hit each other, and they don't even phase them.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, insane.
Now, technically, I don't think they're sound. I think they come with their hands high. We might fucking hit the duck. We get to the back. No, it's not happening, guys. I'm sorry. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck, dude. And human error. How you'd have to legitimately get this done is you would have to send 1,000 or 100 convicts on death row
with nothing to lose.
Yeah, because they got to conform. Like, you're dying anyways, right?
Right.
If you can get them, you're all free.
Yeah.
That's the only way, because as soon as I see Kenny get his fucking head popped like a pimple I'm running, dude. My white cheeks is out of there, dude. I'm like, oh no. Like, who are we going to say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's this human nature. You have to have nothing to live for. To get it done. And then even if we was able to assemble that, you would have PETA would not allow that. So those fucking nerds, they wouldn't allow that to happen. We could have no fun. You never have no fun.
Thanks a lot, PETA.
So, thanks, dude. King Kong, you know what gives a gorilla? A hot blonde, dude. That's what we need. Who are we sending in there? Not Gabby? Why are you laughing, Kenny?
Because no. That's why.
We need a hot blonde. We need Empire State Building. We need planes. We've seen how this plays out.
A lot has happened, and then I wouldn't say a lot, but some shit has happened in the jiu-jitsu world this last week. We've had Craig Jones come out making a couple of announcements about CJI. It is May. We are inching closer and closer to CJI 2, and it's getting exciting.
Very exciting.
So Craig came out and announced that he is adopting a Royal Rumble style format for the team matches. So every time, for those unfamiliar with how quintet works, you have 5 people on each team, and Coach A chooses a guy to go out first, and Coach B chooses a guy to go out first. It's completely up to the coaches. They're the ones dictating the matches, and I don't know who chooses which side's going to choose first. So it's like, okay, we're going to send out so-and-so, we're going to send out so-and-so. If guy A beats guy B, guy A stays in the match, and guy B leaves, and team B now gets to throw in whoever they decide to pick next. Normally in quintet, there's like some time, you know? Craig Jones decided there will be no predetermined roster. There will be essentially like a shot clock, and the coach has 15 seconds to make a decision of who's he's sending out next. They're not going to announce it verbally. He's going to radio it back, and then the dude's just going to emerge from behind, and we're going to get him, you know, running out to the mat to slide in and start the match. I think clearly WWE is doing something right when it comes to entertainment. They 100%. They have Vince McMahon is a genius when it comes to like understanding excitement, the human psyche, getting people hyped up. So taking a page from his playbook is not a bad move at all. We always talk about making jiu-jitsu more entertaining, and we always are kind of really thinking in the box of how to do that. Craig Jones is thinking out of the box on how to make this jiu-jitsu match more entertaining. And you can do it without even making the quote-unquote match more entertaining. You can just make the event more entertaining. CGI 1 was very entertaining as is. CGI 2 with this Royal Rumble style format is going to be fucking hyped because you're just like, who's coming out next? You know what I mean?
Yeah, say a team has a monster, a big guy. I go, okay. Say they have a Bushesha, right? A big guy. And you're like, look, jiu-jitsu wise, if we try to beat him, we're going to lose. Okay. But if I send out a cardio guy,
wear him down.
What a big guy hates more than anything is a little guy who just can keep getting his guard back, scramble, slippery for some reason. We hate these little guys, right? If they could send out a smaller cardio type athlete and be like, look, we don't want you to beat Bushesha. We know that that's their freaking biggest horse. They're sending him. We want you to fucking put a pace on him. Yeah, you lose, whatever, but we want you to freaking, you know what I mean? And then now when we send the next guy in, he's vulnerable for a loss. So there's a strategy there that could be, that definitely, especially with the 15 seconds only, that's big. That could be really, really effective. Like, are we going to show our hand first and send the guy we want to send?
Right.
And I'm also curious if Gordon's going to be coaching.
True. Well, I mean, I don't think he will. I don't think Gordon will. I think Gordon has stated multiple times he wants no involvement in the event. I don't think he's gonna. If he were to do that, I think that Craig wins that mental warfare battle, and I don't think Gordon's willing to give that up.
Yeah, especially if they're giving away one of Gordon's cars and shit. Like, he ain't gonna be there.
So yeah, I think
someone asked if anybody knows who bought Gordon's Jeep. He was trying to get it.
Oh no shit.
Mm-hmm.
Craig's trolling again. Next level. Fucking top tier, dude.
It is good. It is good. We can't deny it.
Craig also comes out and announces the coach for the Misfits Team America. And it is going to be Greg Saunders. Yeah.
Yeah, well, which makes a lot of sense because if you're going to coach a team, you don't know any of the athletes, you're just going to tell them, hey, just go do your thing. And that's all. That's what Greg Saunders does. He doesn't have no strategy. He just, what do you do at your gym? Turn on the open sign and fucking open the door and say, hey, guys, figure it out.
Yeah.
I think he's the perfect fit for the Misfits team because a guy who's not really high focused on strategy.
You know what's crazy to think? 5 years ago, the Misfits team is Pedigo, Daisy Fresh. They have, in 5 years, they have grown to be such a staple in the grappling community that they're their own team now. Kind of cool.
Yeah. And some other guys turned out the way we thought they would turn out too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember people like, I actually have like friends I train with, like, I would love to go there, and just camp out in the fucking, like a bum and like roll on raccoon maggots and shit. Like, oh, bro, you could not.
No.
Granted, they have a very beautiful gym now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That old laundromat shit where people were like all eating out of the same microwave and they never clean it and shit. Hey, nah. Nah, dude, your boy's too pretty. I cannot. And I'm pretty ugly, but I could not do that. There's no way. But like, yeah, shout out to them for making it on the scene and becoming a legit team. I don't think they'll, they might do well. Who knows? But I don't think so. But
yeah. That's kind of it for the CGI news for right now.
Depends on Mikey Musumeci. Whose team he going to be on? He's been on 27 teams.
Right. I think
he fought for Pedigo. He fought for numerous teams. Or is he just going to have a super fight? Or is one going to even let him do it? But I heard one and they're going to work with each other.
Mikey's not one anymore. Mikey's UFC now.
Oh, he's UFC now. Oh yeah, he ain't coming.
No, he ain't coming. Yeah, Dana's not going to let that happen because Dana's doing something with grappling now. We don't know. He said he's going to pour $12 million into the jiu-jitsu this year outside of Fight Pass Invitationals. I haven't seen much.
Not yet. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're
relatively still early.
First quarter of the year. Over, so
yeah, we're in the middle of it now.
Yeah. So
burrito's still frozen.
Yeah. What's going on, Dana? What's going on? Man, I thought I had something I wanted to talk about, but it just slipped my mind right now.
Oh, hey, guys, look at La Malavita. If you don't know the company, they're a good brand and they help out a lot of people. La Malavita has dropped 2 new gis, black and white gis. Go check them out. They're pretty sick. They're pretty fire. So I just want to give them a shout out. Not a sponsor, nothing like that, but just good dudes who like to help people and are really making an impact, especially in the lower levels of jiu-jitsu right now. And I could see them being a major force in the jiu-jitsu brands here in a few years. La Malavita's dropped 2 new gis. Check them out. They're pretty clean looking. And shout out to the boys wearing the BJ and the La Malavita wearing the BJJ Balance patches. If you're wearing a patch, tag us. We'd love to share it. We're very, very appreciative of you guys and appreciative of them. They've been good friends to us.
Yeah. We're sold out of patches, by the way. That happened.
Sold out.
We're gone. I had a guy hit me up today and said, "Hey, how do I get one of those?" I'm like, "We're completely gone, bro."
Kenny's like, "Hey, you got any more of those patches?"
I found him.
Oh, you did? I was like, I don't, man. I mean, I got the ones I'm going to put on my gi.
Yeah, I found them today.
I got to learn how to sew first. You know what
I mean? I don't know. Maybe we bring another batch of those back in the future. But I've got 3 gis with them on it. So
it'll be a different design though. It's one and done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we'll just change up the colors and whatnot and kind of.
When we ever put something out, me and Kenny kind of agreed. We don't like to re-throw things out. It's like you get the limited, it's it, and then the next one will be something new.
Right.
But I'm sure it'll be sick.
Yeah, get it while you can.
This dude just had a birthday party yesterday at Mike Nagger Park. Legit name. There's a guy in Temecula who made a real impact. We don't know who he is, but his name was Mike and his last name was Nagger. Nagger. That is too close, dude. You cannot. We need a name change, Mr. Mike. But good park. Had fun. Kenny had a birthday for his kid. Kid's getting older. Played hot dogs.
Dude, I was fried
Warheads.
yesterday when I got home. I laid down. I took like an hour and a half nap or something on the couch.
I went to the mall and spent like $300 something on Mother's Day gifts for the wife, which is next week. So, you know what? You know why I say it here? Because she ain't gonna listen to this, and she doesn't even know. You know, she doesn't care about jiu-jitsu. That's all good.
She cares about you, Matt.
She cares about me. I spent a lot of money.
Kids parties, man. It's when you go to a kid's birthday party, I feel like you just find a guy and it's like, okay, you're my bro for the day. When you're hosting a party, it's a little different because I feel like you have to, like, as the host, you have to kind of meet everybody and like try to like have a conversation with everybody. That's where my wife comes in. My wife is a social butterfly and she mingles with the best of them.
Literally her job.
Yep. She threw me on the grill and I was happy to be there.
And you don't even like the grill.
No, but
hey, the wieners were good, dude. Yeah. It was a good party, man. I was like, this is a good spot. Problem, my kids, they're all born in September and August. And so that's hot as shit. So I always have to spend like an indoor venue.
Right.
So I can never, I'm about to open the gym.
That's not a bad
just like,
idea.
what are you doing on a Sunday? I'm throwing a birthday party. Don't worry about it. Hey, Pancho, you said anything you need. You told me. Hey, I'm here. Throwing a party. He probably wouldn't even care.
Probably wouldn't. Why are you not inviting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck, bro.
UFC. Oh, Bo Nickel got stopped last night.
I heard
did you
that.
see that shit?
I did not see it. I want to go back and watch it today.
Oh,
I heard
man.
it. I heard
broke
he got exposed.
my little American heart, dude. I'm sad. I'm like, oh, I didn't see the fight. I saw the highlight. It looked like he was getting this. I don't know if I'm talking on my ass. I didn't see the fight. Maybe he wasn't attempting stand-up. He was just doing stand-up again, or he wasn't attempting takedowns, or maybe
I heard he took him down.
RDR was stuffing the takedowns, but he got hit and he kind of weathered back against the cage, and he took like a 1-2, and then he took a knee to the body and just dropped. And they stopped it.
Yeah.
Sometimes a loss is good for you, though.
I agree.
mean? It's good for him.
I agree, because of that, the last win he had, it wasn't a dominant performance like we're used to seeing from him. And I'm sure that maybe that did something, but I think a loss means a little bit more than like a.
And it just lets him know, like, hey, I got improvements to go.
Right.
And it just, maybe he can win like 3 or 4 fights and then get this one back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
He's not where we thought he was.
Right. RDR's a motherfucker, though.
RDR's a motherfucker. Yes. Red Dead Redemption.
He came from Bellator?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. So it's nice to see some of the Bellator guys coming over, the guys that we'd wanted for years, the Michael Venom Pages and things like that. It's sad that we didn't get some of these guys in their prime. You know what I mean? Yeah. We got post-prime Michael Venom Page. He's still a motherfucker, but
Michael Venom Page still do it. He's like the best one that's come over so far.
If we would have gotten prime Chandler, we got kind of an older Chandler, and Chandler's been great for the UFC. He's just not the champ.
He's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's exciting.
Yeah.
And he's losing the top 10 guys.
Right.
I'm sure you put him in an upper 15, he'd be smoking dudes.
Right. So, yeah. There's been some cool transitions. We definitely didn't get a prime Askren. We got old fucking weathered, beat up Askren. But Askren was a real motherfucker.
I want to go to one with you next time they have one. I wanted to go to this one. I ended up not going. Hendo's Fight Nights.
Yeah.
They have them here in Temecula, Hendo's Fight Night.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a good time. And then we have some friends that still train there. And, you get to see Dan, who's a freaking icon. It's just a cool event for MMA and here locally. So maybe next time.
My buddy Lorenzo went
in town.
My buddy Lorenzo went with him, or went not this last one, but the one before that. And he knows a guy that it's like Dan Hendo's tattooers or something like that, or something along those lines. So they were hanging out upstairs, like in Hendo's like private area. And there was like 5 people up there with Dan. And he's just like, dude, it was absolutely awesome just to watch the fights with a legend, you know, standing next to you.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dan is awesome.
Yeah.
I hung out with Dan at his DC fight backstage and all. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got like the VIP treatment.
Really? That's cool.
But yeah, no, Ashley, she's always doing commentator there, Ashley Yoder. So we should go. Next time they have one.
Yeah.
Let's just go and watch fights and hang out. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool for sure. We got a ton of questions, Matt. We got
fuck ton of questions.
Ton of questions to dive into. This is from Buckaroo Blake. My professor wants 4-stripe blues to start submitting him before he promotes them to purple. I welcome this challenge. Thoughts on this standard?
He's either being real sarcastic and being like, you're not even like, you guys are not close. Quit asking me. Like, quit playing around.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, tap me first. Like, or he's not good. I don't think why would a professor say that?
Well, that's the thing is if that was the standard at your gym, nobody's making it to fucking purple belt.
Nobody.
There's not a blue belt in your gym that's tapping poncho.
No.
Regardless of how athletic.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. No, I mean, I think he's being sarcastic. I think he's saying like, look, you guys want the next belt, like tap me first.
Right.
Like being sorry. I think he's being funny. There's no possible way that, I mean, if he's saying like, once you beat me, you can get your belt. Either he's saying I'm not that good, or I don't know, man. Like he's got to be joking. Got to be joking.
Yeah, it's a weird one. SoCal Migs, what's the biggest weight cut you guys ever had to do the week of a comp?
What about you?
My very first comp at white belt was SoCal Migs is a 10th Planet Marietta guy. So it was at that school, not at that school, but with that school. And I'd been a white belt for maybe like 6 months, 7 months. And the brackets, the weight classes was, well, for mine was 190 plus. So I was trying to get to 189. And I would think I was around I think I was probably right around 200. So I started a cut like 2 weeks out, and I tried water loading, which it's something I definitely did wrong and I've never done before to that point. And I remember the day, we get to weigh in the day before the competition. So that morning at like 6 a.m., I'm at fucking the gym, layered, hitting the row machine, 20 minutes in the sauna, back to the row machine, 20 minutes in the sauna, back to the row machine. I got down to 191. I could not cut that last pound and a half. And I just remember after like a couple hours of like row machine and sauna, just being defeated mentally. And I was like, fuck it, man. And I just went in and I ended up going against a guy, my last match, that was probably 6'4" or 6'5", like a natural, probably like 260 plus. Like just looked like The Rock, like just massive human being.
Like that movie of Troy, like, so who's your guy?
Yeah. That's what my last match was like.
Kenny's is all depleted, no water, no hydration, just tired.
He murdered the fuck out of me. Yeah. So that was, I tried to cut 10 pounds. And since then, every competition I've ever done has just kind of been like a naturally diet down. I know that, okay, if I'm walking around at 215 and IBJJF says I need to weigh in at 215 with a gi on, I want to be down around 209, 208 if possible. And then that's where I'll cut to. Just kind of like cleaning my eating up. Not why I don't water weight cut anymore. I'm not trying to deplete myself energy wise.
My worst. That's absolutely brutal, Kenny. my worst cut ever. My first tournament, also in the gi. I had a double weave bad boy gi. I still have it over here in the drawer. It's disgustingly old. But heavy, high. It was like a 6-pound gi. This is how it was back then. But I was like, I got to cut weight. I was trying to fight at 205 or 206 and under. And I was walking around about 228.
Damn.
And I cut like 15 pounds in one day. doing the same kind of shit, walking around with bubble gum, spitting in a cup over and over and over, running 3 hoodies, training with that gi on, the hoodie underneath. Like, and I made the weight, and I absolutely fucking I fought my first guy, beat my second guy, and I ended up losing. I was just had nothing left. My forearms were cramping. I was like, it was the worst thing. So from that point on, I was like, I'm just not going to cut. I'm just going to fight. Cause I had to weigh in the day of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a Fabio Santos Open, and I got silver. I think I got silver, but either way, white belt stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got smoked. 14 pounds. I think it was 14 pounds is what I cut.
That's a cool tournament. Fabio Santos Open.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was in San Diego.
Yeah.
I had a 3 Series Beamer, and with my girlfriend at the time, not my wife, and we rode up there with my little brother. We were listening to Lean Like a Chola. Lean Like a Cholo. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that song? Yeah. And we were listening to that. Like, that's the era it was, dude. And silver. You almost had him, honey. And then I was classic. Well, because I was doing MMA too. So I was like, yeah, if I could throw hands, it'd be a different story. It was my little excuse to my wife on the way home. Took an L in front of the girl. You know what I mean? We did not last long after that. Invincibility. She saw me lose. The pain of losing at white belt. This is why I tell you guys, I know you want to bring Meemaw and Peepaw and girlfriend and wife and kids to the tournament, and maybe the kids are already competing that day and you're doing it too, and then you can't get away from it. That's fine. But if you cannot bring your wife and kids to your first jiu-jitsu match, that's better, because there's a lot of pressure at white belt.
Yeah.
If I'm a black belt, if I lose to another black belt, like,
right.
lost to another black belt, whatever. That guy's good too. If you're a white belt and you lose to another white belt, your wife, and you can say she doesn't, she's going to love you unconditionally, and she will, maybe. You could say, she's looking at you like, this guy who doesn't know anything just murked my husband who doesn't know anything. What guy wants that kind of pressure?
And usually
I don't.
in your white belt phase, especially if you're willing to go compete, you're obsessed with jiu-jitsu at that point. So your wife is thinking like, this guy who doesn't know anything just mopped up my husband who doesn't shut up about jiu-jitsu.
Yes. So why not just go to jiu-jitsu with your team and lose or win, hopefully. But if you do lose, you're losing against everybody you lose to every night. They see you lose every night. Your coach isn't going to be mad at win or lose, but your wife is going to look like, I've seen my husband lose. I've seen him tap one time. You know how many times my wife has seen me tap? Maybe never. She's seen me lose on decision. She ain't ever seen me tap yet. Because, I'm like, honey, you might want to stay home on this one. How'd it go? That's your story. It's like when they say, if you have cameras in your house, right, and you're defending your home, you should never have cameras in your living room, because that's probably where the action is most likely to happen. You'd have cameras on the outside of your doors when they're coming in, and then on the inside of your doors facing them so they can see them breaking in. But you never want to have them in high volume areas, because it's your story. You know what I mean? Like, how did the guy die? It's my story to tell.
Right.
You don't want nothing on camera. Like, he was trying to run, I still got his ass. You know what I mean? Like, he came at me. Boom, it's your story. So you never want to have cameras in high action areas, and you never want to bring your girl to your white belt tournament.
Either way, someone's witnessing a murder.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, dude. That's a long drive home, dude.
We got Ghost Rider 85. Fuck, marry, kill. It's been a while since we had one of these. This one is Misha Tate, Mackenzie Dern, Gabby Garcia.
Misha Tate's old school. She's old school. Fuck, marry, kill. She doesn't represent jiu-jitsu though.
True. This is true.
She doesn't. And she likes little guys. And it ain't me. So she's probably not going to vibe with me anyways. Pretty? Yes. You know what I mean? Already has a kid. Okay. C-section lines are fine over here. But, I'm going to kill Misha Tate. I'm going to kill Misha Tate. and I'm going to Mackenzie Dern, you know, I'm gonna fuck Mackenzie Dern. Sorry, honey. I'm gonna fuck Mackenzie Dern because she's got a kid, and you know, I don't want to deal with that either. I like my own kids. Like, I like kids, I love kids, but like, I don't want to have to deal with like pro surfer dad and all that drama. You know, and I'm gonna marry Gabby. Gabby, will you marry me? No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna marry Gabby Garcia because that is what's good for jiu-jitsu. Could you imagine her genetics, my personality, in a spawn? We're talking goat here. And if I have bad legs, and we have a 2-story house, what if I need a little help? Carry me to bed, baby.
100% she does.
Carries me to bed, tucks me in, dude. She's like, I think she owns a sex shop or something. She pulled out all those dills and shit. We got toys, you know what I mean? Like, hey, breakfast. What do you need, girl? Flip it. I'm ready. So I'm marrying Gabby Garcia. And I know you guys were like, you're not going to marry Mackenzie Dern. No, I don't want to. You know what I like about my family functions? I like to be able like, oh, Matt's the jiu-jitsu guy. He's the baddest jiu-jitsu guy in the house. He's the baddest jiu-jitsu guy. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. I don't want to have like Megaton Diaz as my kid's grandfather and then freaking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mackenzie Dern is mom. I know Gabby's a world ADCC. She'd be the jiu-jitsu person and she'd be the jiu-jitsu guy in the house. But I still can hold my own. Like, yeah, that's the funny guy in jiu-jitsu with the jiu-jitsu guy in the house. I wouldn't be like, you know, Megaton coral belts and stuff. Like, what do I do? Like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, I would be so annoying. They'd hate me. Mackenzie Dern, like, this guy just talks to my dad all day about jiu-jitsu. He doesn't even freaking help with the kids. I'm over here changing diapers. It wouldn't work. And Misha Tate, she wouldn't even like jiu-jitsu. She'd be like, I don't know. I don't even know who Misha Tate's even relevant anymore. So that's why we're just gonna get rid of her. What about you?
I'm gonna take a pass on this one because.
All right. Yeah, that's a smart move. You know, I should have done that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stitch this and tag Gabby Garcia. I'm going to tag them all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tag them all. And then you know what, guys? It's all jokes. You guys are all beautiful ladies. And I'm just trying to be funny. And if you don't think it's funny, I'm sorry. But some people don't.
Ben Hornby 92. Is it true that guard pulling has a direct link to small penis? If so, that explains why I'm good at pulling guard.
I couldn't tell you, dude.
Ben, you don't have to fucking put yourself out there like that, brother. You can stop at the first stop at the question and don't give us the rest.
Remember my hack, Ben. His name's Ben.
Yeah.
If you arch your back a little bit, you can give her a little extra. But no, I mean, guard pulling is a way. But I don't think it really equivalates your penis size. You know what I mean?
Is this essentially like the big truck, small dick theory for jiu-jitsu?
I guess, right? Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I've pulled guard. I'm not a guard puller though.
I don't know if I should. Hey, my brain is so wild, guys, and I'm sorry that I have all these off-filtered thoughts, but I think that's what you guys like. Do you think if Mikey Mitsumechi ever loses his virginity, do you think that when he's hooking up with a chick, do you think that she's like down there and like freaking he's getting some O-town, you know what I mean? She's down there having fun. Do you think he pulls his knees way back and shows that flexibility and just puts that pucker up right in the sky?
Gets the butthole in her face. What do they call this, honey? Salad tossing?
She's like, yeah, you did have pizza, huh? That's jokes too.
It's a Caesar.
I wish I could get away with stuff that Craig Jones could get away with. I had my Facebook shut down on me for like 3 hours last week. People come at me like, this guy is not popular enough to be saying these things. Shout out to Mikey. You're better at jiu-jitsu than me.
Splendid balloons. How to address stinky partners.
Can't get some of you guys is fucking hashtag goes like.
I think this is
your hashtags.
Uh-huh.
They're like, I hope this one's available. For sure, it's available, dude.
How to address stinky partners where it might be a culture thing or even a lack of resources. If you can afford $150 to $180 a month to train jiu-jitsu, you can afford to wash your fucking clothes.
Yeah, but to that, some of these kids are getting trained on just the coach is helping them out. You know what I mean? Like they're like this, like training, they're like cleaning the gym and stuff. I think at that point you probably should go to the professor and be like, hey, I know so-and-so doesn't have a lot of money and you know, he's a hard time and we're helping him out. And I love that he's in here and he's like bettering his life, or she's bettering his life and she's becoming a better person, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like they're like not on the streets no more, but he's funky like a monkey. You know what I mean? Like, right. So I'm like, so then maybe the professor can be like, hey, let's wash your gear. When your gear's done, put it in this bag. I'm going to wash it and I'll be here for you tomorrow. Like, I think the professor who's hooking him up should hook him up even more and go wash the guy's gear for him if he's having trouble doing that. But toenails and dirty feet and dirty hands, like,
wash your
you gotta tell them that to like, hey bro, you can wash your fucking,
there's a bathroom.
Wash your extremities.
Sink,
let's get your toenails cut. Let's freaking, brush your teeth. Like, I can't tell you how much that is the worst. Brush your teeth, dude. Please. Sometimes that breath is bad. I think the professor should do it.
That's fair. Yeah, it is his school. He's probably the least likely to come off offensive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bakes 4. How is the New Year's diet going, Matt? I am burrito big. LOL.
It has its ups and it's having its downs. I would first out the gate, your boy dropped like 6. Boom, 6. I'm like, oh yeah, 6 pounds. Then I gained some weight around my birthday. And then, I'm just doing it, man. I'm doing the thing. Like, I'm being irresponsible on the weekends and I'm being dedicated like Tuesday through Friday. And then like, so, it's up and down. I am down weight, but I am not down to where I need to be. Thanks for calling me out.
You had it hard too, because you were you had your surgery right at the end of the year.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard because I wasn't training.
You weren't training. You're not walking around at work. You're just sitting at home. Being husband, being dad.
And then I just really, really started training hard again. I was doing fake jiu-jitsu for the last 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to roll. I'm just walking around helping people and like showing technique and like kind of like fake rolling. But, yeah, I mean, ups and downs, I'll be honest with you, ups and downs, but thank you for calling me out. And, we're going to get back on that train. I need to be down more than what I am. I was hoping to be in the 240s right now. And right now I'm still hovering around 250, 251. And I think when I started, I was like mid 260s. So I'm down like 10, but like I should be easily down 20.
I'm the fattest I've ever been, Matt.
Hell yeah, dude. Put your belly on her.
222.
222. Oh man. 3 2s. Yeah. I would. 3 2s. Your boy's got abs. Your boy is looking good with 3 2s. If I had 3 2s, oh my, I would trade you right now, Kenny. You want to wear this 250?
No.
Not fun. It's not fun, dude.
Not fun. I'm a big Red Bull drinker. Matt has seen this firsthand. So I cut this last week. I cut Red Bull out. I think I started it on the 1st of this month. So we're 4 days in. I haven't had a Red Bull in 4 days.
You're getting good at jiu-jitsu, Kenny. And the problem with getting good at jiu-jitsu or better at jiu-jitsu is not every day in class is a motherfucker anymore.
Yeah.
And so your workout, granted you're getting better, but your workout is not what it used to be. When you were a white and blue belt just starting, I'm sure you had classes where like every class I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to win and you're starting to think I'm smashed the guy. I mother smoked the guy. Well, if you're doing that kind of stuff, that means you're resting more than you were before and you're winning rounds. And so your workouts dictate on who shows up.
Right.
So you got to do extra stuff. You got to lift. You got to do other stuff.
I've thought about that lately. It's just a time thing. You know what I mean? I just feel guilty again, or It's like, so, okay, well, I'll just give an example. If I don't train jiu-jitsu and I come home on, like, let's say it's a Tuesday night and I get home from work and it's 5:00 or whatever, I see my wife and kid. They're eating dinner when I get home. I usually eat a little later than them, but it's like, I guess I'm just making an excuse right now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I just find things to distract myself at home anyway. Like, I'll hang out with the wife and kid, but I'll usually, like, I'll work on some sort of a project. You know what I mean? Like, last week I built a couple of computers for some friends, things like that. But it's just like, realistically, I could probably just, like, open the door that goes from the garage to the kitchen, because that's where they're sitting anyway, and just fucking knock a workout out and just, like, talk to my wife through the garage door. Like, I could probably realistically do that, you know, like 30 minutes, and that would be such a huge improvement, and probably not so much for the cardio, but just I don't know, lifting weight and moving weight in general. So I really should fucking do that. I've really been thinking about that the last week. Like, what can I do to really improve my overall health? Not even just from a jiu-jitsu standpoint, but just like lose some weight. So I'm not on a diet. I'm just cutting out a lot of the bullshit. I still will have a soda here and there with like dinner or something like that, but I'm not just drinking them as like the beverage through the day. I'm forcing myself to drink water. I haven't had a Red Bull in 4 days. I haven't had any like snack cakes or anything like that. All the little like crackers and all the little stuff I just kind of snack on the weekends throughout the day, all that's gone. So it's like I'm forcing myself just to eat meals, not snack, drink more water, and no Red Bulls, and see where that dietary change can kind of take me, maybe with some extra added exercise.
I think I'm going to change my answer before you. Gabby Garcia, she only likes black guys, dude. I'm out. You're dead, Gabby. I've changed my mind. I've been thinking this the whole time. She only likes black dudes. I'm as white as they come, Kenny. So Mackenzie, how about it? Anyways. Psych. No, I agree, Kenny. Like, it's easy to get workouts. My problem is I don't see we work full jobs,
right?
And we train, and we love our wives. And I get home and my wife's put the kids to bed. If I want to hang out, I want to have some fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm TRT, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to have fun. Like, I want to hang out with her. And it's hard to, like, I think a lot of men have this problem. It's like you gone all day. When you get home, you want to, hang out with your family and do that stuff. So that to me is the biggest issue when it comes to working out when I get home. So that's why I think it's always so important that the best way to work out as a father is to try to get it in early. Work out early. Get there at 6 a.m. Get your jiu-jitsu in. 6 a.m. Get your lift in. You don't have to do jiu-jitsu 5 days a week. If you do, that's great. If not, if you want to do like Monday morning jiu-jitsu, if your schedule warrants it, that you can work early, you're not a big commuter like Kenny, work out early so you can have that time at home. Or you got to get your wife involved in working out with you. But hey, don't work out yet. Like, I know you work out in the morning. Can we work out together at night so we can hang out and talk while we do it together? Like, can you like save twice a week that you can work out in the evening instead? And like, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I think so you're not missing out on family time.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. That's something I definitely want to talk to her about.
Dude, look at Wendy's a workout machine.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So like, if you're like, hey, like, how about if you don't want to work out, I know you're on schedule, you like to work out early. You and Matt are the only people awake in Temecula. You know what I mean? Like, you're freaking working out early. I get that. But like, can you like maybe do a double workout one day work out with me?
She totally would.
Huh?
She totally would.
And like, let's just work out together and help me. Like, I'm sure she would.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. My kid's old enough too, where she'll just chill. You know what I mean? She'll play a game in the room or draw or something like that. So, but that's definitely something it's been on my mind the last week.
It's hard to go to bed after a workout though.
Yeah, it can be.
That is a problem. Like, I remember like when I train at night, I'd come home, I'd be so overstimulated about the practice or what happened, or like my endorphins, even when I'd lift, you know what I mean? I used to lift like 11 PM. And, after the gym, I'd just be like up to like 2 or 3. And I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to work in like 2 hours. It's like,
yeah, I don't know, man. When I haven't stepped on a scale in a while. When I stepped on it last week and I saw 222, and then I looked in the mirror after that, and it kind of was a realization of like, fuck, man, I've 10 pounds difference is a big,
I avoid scales, dude. I avoid scales. When last time I stepped on a scale, it said WTF. Said, what the fuck? Yeah. I was like, all right, I'll step off this bitch. So we start fucking moving our body.
Yeah. That's the plan. I'm just clean up the diet a little bit. Don't eat like complete shit all the time. I'm still going to eat like shit here and there for sure. A lot of it is my beverage intake. You know what I mean? I like, no bullshit. I probably drink, not right now, but I was drinking at least 2, if not 3 12-ounce Red Bulls a day.
God damn.
Yeah. I was joking. Yeah. Plus a soda at lunch and probably a soda at dinner. And it's just, now it's like I've no Red Bulls. I've forced myself to drink water all throughout the morning.
Well, coming from a kid who has always been super skinny, you could just eat anything.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, when I was fucking all the way through like early adult years, you know what I mean? Like I remember when I was like 23, 24, I wore like a medium-sized t-shirt.
Famous Stars and Straps. Tell me yes, please, God.
For sure. I'll send you the pictures.
Here comes Nate. Hey, back in 2006 at a kid's party, I had a friend who had a Famous Stars and Straps shirt. I'll get a picture of it. Hold on.
Boom. 5 seconds later.
Our boy. Yeah, we got to mention Nate at least one episode. You got to get Nate on the podcast. I think he's ready to see these guys' legs, dude. Sad.
All right. What else we got here? Chef Dylan Hancock, how do you know when people are letting you work versus actually doing well?
How does after the round look? When the final buzzer goes off, is the guy sit right up and go, good job, and walk away?
Right.
Or are you both laid out on the mat like, holy shit?
Right.
That's how you know.
Right.
That's the true test of how you know if your round is good or not. If the guy's letting you work or not. If the guy's really fucking training and really going hard and like trying to finish you and like grinding your face and you're not tapping, and all of a sudden you sweep him, you crazy scramble, and now you're standing up and now you're down. Now you're back up on your feet again in some crazy battle. Then you know you're really rolling with the guy. If you roll with a higher belt and you're doing things, and all of a sudden after the round he just sits up and shakes your hand and goes, good job, man, you're getting a lot better. You're not. He was helping you.
That's fair. And if you train, you know exactly both of those reactions.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And then last question we got here. This is from Henry Duran. Would love to give ideas for memes. No credit needed. Just would like to share meme buddies.
I get that. Like I get this, and I've got this many times. Here's the thing. Even when people send me jiu-jitsu memes, like I've talked to Kenny before, I don't like to look at them because I don't like, it's kind of artistic for me. And I don't like to kind of like, I don't want to get ever called of plagiarizing other people's stuff. And I also feel like if you have an idea for a meme, you should get credit for your freaking meme. So this is what I'm going to do, because you guys want to be involved. And I feel this is a fun way for all of us to be involved. I am going to start posting pictures, just plain pictures. And I will, in the picture, in the description, go, best caption wins. And then I will pick the best caption that I think is the funniest. And then I will make it an Oast Nation meme and then collab with that person who said the caption. And then we could all get our flowers a little bit, because I think that's a fun way to do it. Like, let you guys get involved in some of the stuff that I put out there, but I'll just do a meme of this, a blank picture. I'll say best caption wins. Whoever I think, not what has the most likes, because I know you guys will go tagging your friends like it, I want mine, because it's going to be on my wall. So what I think is the funniest, I will collab with that person, and I will let them feel some of the rub of the views and stuff. And because I think it's your idea, you guys should get that. I think I'll do that. I'll start doing that every once in a while.
Okay. That makes sense. That's it, brother. Questions are done.
All right. You think of what I'm thinking?
Aim for the bushes, my man.
Aim for the bushes. My name is Matt at Oast Nation BJJ. This is Kenny at Freak Party BJJ. Follow us on all our socials. Get off the cuck wall. Discord, YouTube, TikTok, still around. We're there. I'm posting every once in a while. Kenny's not. And we're just living the great life of Kenny's yawning right now. He's fucking tired.
I'm so fucking burnt, bro. This weekend, I'm
He's
just
fucking
worn out,
tired.
man.
This dude was just cooking wieners, dude, and fucking just doing his thing. So shout out to the moms. Now our next episode will be posted after Mother's Day. So I just want to say, especially to my wife, Corinne, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for dealing with me and handling all my stuff. You are an angel, and you know I'm a jokester, and nothing I say is serious. You're the only one for me. Thank you for being a great mom. All you moms out there who listen to us, shout out to you. You guys kick ass, and you like to have a good time because you listen to me and Kenny every Tuesday. So shout out to all the moms. Happy early Mother's Day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Os.